So it's like that?
Yes, exactly the position that you are in. So the first line will be with your right hand, and the letters inside could help you and guide you.
Okay.
So do the finger numbers up at the top and the bottom for the left hand.
Okay.
So the first line, go to this part with the right hand.
Wait, so I go...
Yes, exactly.
And
Let's
then-
try it with the right hand first.
Okay.
Okay, class, please look up here. At the end of your music, you'll notice that there are two dots at the very end. Has anybody seen this before? Those of you with music experience, previous music experience?
Yes.
Yes? What does it tell us? Or you could even look in the music.
It's the end of the, what's it called? Or end of the phrase.
Yes, end of the phrase, exactly. And the two dots, we're not always going to see these two dots at the end of the phrase, but whenever we do, that tells us to repeat the entire thing. So after you play the first two lines, you will go back to the beginning with your right hand and begin for the second time. So eventually you'll end up playing 4 lines total. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now in addition to that, I will play with the repeat, but now go ahead and listen to how I am playing it differently the second time. 2, 3, 4. Two with the repeat. Two, three, four. So the second time I played, you should have heard that I played a little bit softer. The volume came down. And actually in the music, we see a sign that says F, that stands for forte in Italian. So you're also learning some Italian in here. Forte, which means to play loud. The second time when we go back to repeat, we see the sign piano, which asks us to play soft. So let's go ahead and try with the repeat and with that kind of control when you play it the second time. Go back into C position. So the first line, we want to make sure that we're playing with the right hand.
Oh yeah.
And then the second time, you're advancing, you're challenging yourself already.
So you go from left to right, right to left.
Yeah, so you're going to start up here with the right hand.
Right here, right?
Exactly,
Yes,
with
you-
the first finger. E, F, G, F, E, D, C, D, E, F, 1, 2, 3, 4, G, F. Okay, so now here we're
Oh,
going to
just
start
like here.
exactly with that G. So
Okay.
let's start in the second line. E, D, C, D, E, F, G, F, E, D, C, 2, 3, 4. Now softer this time. Great. I can see the control in your fingers. Good. Now left hand thumb. Good.
Yeah, okay.
You got it. Okay, take off your headphones, please. I'm going to explain to you right now the relationship that you played with the C and the D to the E to the F to the G. They're all next to each other. I'm sure you've experienced that right now. Those intervals are called seconds because they are next to each other. On the next page, you're going to notice that we have a piece called Warm Up with Thirds. And you'll notice in the picture up at the top that we are missing D and F. Do you see the picture with the keyboard on it? Okay. So with skipping C to E to G, you'll experience that you will not be using the pointer or the ring finger on both hands. We will still be in the same position, but now notice that this music has half notes, the 2 count notes, and quarter notes, the 1 count notes, and also at the very end, whole notes, the 4 count notes. Okay? So with the headphones on, I would like you to read the letters and your finger numbers and play Warm Up with Thirds. How are you doing?
Okay.
Good.
I'm just
Good.
practicing.
Yeah, so right now, let's go ahead and have you start reading this since you already got that figuration down.
Mhm.
So you'll play right hand C, E, G, 2, G, E, C, 2, C, C, E, E, G, 2, 3, 4, left hand, G. Exactly. Great, now see if you can control that so you can play as a repeat with the
Yeah.
piano. Uh-huh. Good reading. So you'll go back to the third finger. Yes.
And G.
Yes. Right.
All
And then
right.
now the left hand starts on the thumb.
G.
Good. Okay, class. I'm noticing that a lot of you really have this concept down with the quarter notes and the half notes and the eighth note, or the half note, quarter note, and the whole notes, which is a very good sign that we are living in this culture where we always have music, playing in the radio. That really helps us to actually see, visualize, and feel the music. So I'm seeing a lot of that in our playing. Go to the next page, please. So those are our 2 warm-up exercises that we will revisit at each lesson. So far we have identified the keys C, D, E. Now we have left in our music alphabet A, B, and F, and G. And I'm going to show you how they will line up in the keyboard. Because right now you have worked with C, D, E. You'll find that we also have a group of 3 block keys in our piano. Underneath the 3 group of black keys, we will label the white keys F, G, A, B. So we have a group of 3 block keys with C, D, E. And next to that, with the four white keys, underneath the 3 black keys, we will have F, G, A, and B. So in our worksheet for number 1, let's just go around in circles, labeling the letters without having to really write it down. If you would like to write it down, I have some pencils here for you. Number 1, Maddie, could you tell us what letter that shaded key represents?
That is F.
Thank you. Number 2, Zoanne?
D.
Thank you. Number 3, EJ?
B.
Thank you. Maddie is 4.
G.
5, Zoanne?
E.
6, EJ?
A.
Maddie is 7.
A.
Eight.
C.
Thank you. 8, Zoanne?
D.
EJ, 9.
C.
Number 10, Maddie is?
B.
Thank you. Zoanne, 11.
E.
Next one, EJ.
F.
13, Mattias.
G.
Thank you. 14, Zoanne.
D.
Thank you. And 15, EJ.
A.
And class, last one, 16.
C.
Yay! Is that pretty clear how that works out with the letters? So since the 7 keys keep coming back, we're going to have C, D, E, F, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. But the reason why I ask you to be able to label them or find them from the 3 black keys is so that if we ever have this key, we don't have to start from C, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. So you always have F where you can start so you can save some time looking for that key. The next piece is called Ode to Joy. And I would like you to unplug your keyboard so we could work on this together. This piece is 2 pages long. It looks something like this in the book. There's a lot of things going on in here, but you'll notice that it's the same position. So go ahead and place your music side to side so that way we have page 1 and page 2 next to each other. Okay, everyone set? Notice that the hand position that you have been practicing with will apply to Ode to Joy. So it's going to be the same pentascale C position that I mentioned to you earlier. This piece is consisted of 4 lines. The first line starts with which hand, class?
Right.
Second line,
Left.
and we have to go to the second page and realize that we have starting with the
Right.
right hand. And look at the end of that line. Notice how the left hand comes in with that G. Do you all see that?
Yeah.
Okay. And the 4th line, in between the 4th line, it says play hands together. So you will have right hand and left hand playing at the same time. Does that make sense? Okay. So, I mean, you've already practiced the pentascale going up and down hands together. So I don't think that this will be really a problem for you at the end. The notes at the bottom is my part, the little tiny notes. So when we play this as a class together next week, I will be accompanying your melodic phrase. Okay, so as a class, let's go ahead and start on E with the 3rd finger of the right hand. Okay, so place both of your hands ready to go in C position, please. Okay. We'll just play 1 line at a time. Notice that we are going to end with a 2 count note, a half note, at the end of the line. Set with the 3rd finger. 1, 2, ready, begin. E, E, F, G, 2nd measure G, F, E, D, C, C, D, D. Very good. Now all of this should have been done with your right hand. We're going to go to the 2nd line now with your left hand. We're going to start on the same finger on E. 1, 2, ready, begin. E, E, F, G, G, F, E, D, C, C, D, E, back down, D, C, C, 2. What did you notice about those 2 lines that you just played? Are they very different or are they very similar?
Fairly similar.
Similar, exactly. So that's, you can see that there's a correlation between what you just played in the right hand and left hand. Now in the next line, it'll be completely different. We're not starting on E. Instead, we're starting with the right hand 2nd finger on D in piano sound. So a softer sound we want to be able to control. Starting on the 2nd finger on D, piano sound, ready, begin. D, D, E, C, D, F, E, C, D, F, E, D, C, D, right hand thumb, G, 2. Surprise! Did you notice how that line was a little bit more challenging than the first 2 lines? There's a lot more skips going on, the intervals of thirds that I talked about with you, where we're skipping the keys. This time I noticed that it was on the second and fourth finger, where we're not playing the middle finger at all. Let's go on to the last line. I'll give you some time to practice on that. But let's go to the last line where we play hands together. We're starting on the third finger, so it's very much like the second line we played. Hands together, ready, begin. Forte. E, F, G, F, E, D, C, C, D, C, 2. Okay, go ahead and plug your keyboards back in and work on that third line and fourth line playing hands together. DJ, I think if you set a little bit, maybe 3 inches like that, so that your elbow could have a little bit more room, and then that way your shoulder could feel relaxed at all times. But you're sounding good. You're definitely able to control. Have you played a little bit more?
Full around it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So go ahead and try that for me again, and you could play that one more time, and just try to feel a little bit more relaxation as you play, although we are playing loud.
Right.
Oh, that looks much better. Even in this area, before I saw a little bit of this kind of grasp, and now I see the relaxation.
Oh, okay.
We want to definitely work on those habits from the beginning. Wow, your wrist looks already better.
Yeah.
You found that place for yourself.
That's hard. This one and
The fourth finger?
Yeah.
The F? Yeah, because I mean, we never really have to, you know, when do we ever do that? You ever use it together?
It's so hard.
Good.
Yes.
It takes a lot of brain power.
Yeah.
You'll definitely be able to coordinate those two. Okay, so do you have any questions about Ode to Joy that you were just working on right now? Any particular questions? Would anyone like to play the entire thing? Now, we're not expecting perfection at this point, but the more you play, especially for others, the more you will feel like you're learning. Anyone? Maybe next week? Yeah. Okay. And we'll definitely try the duet next week. Now, so far we have been playing keys with notes inside. Now, we do have to progress to a point where we won't have to do that. So the next page, you'll find that you will have both elements. You will see that you have the letters inside the keys at the same time. There are lines that kind of obstruct the view, so to speak, of what you're trying to read. We're going to take a look at Jingle Bells. There are some elements in here also that we have not yet covered. I would like you to find the note that is outside of the staff. What I mean by staff is the 5 lines and the treble clef and bass clef. I would like you to find the note that is outside of the staff. We should see a letter C inside of that key. Do you all find it? Okay. I think one of yours, I wrote a note in it. Did I write a note in yours? Is it yours?
No.
No?
I don't think so.
No? Okay. Maybe it's another copy that I have. Whenever we see this key, I like, this is called a ledger line because it's outside of the staff. When the stem is going up, we'll find this key in the middle. That's the first C that we found as we started our piano lesson today. The one right by the string, the C right by the string. This note represents that middle C. Whenever we see in our next piece, we'll notice that we'll find the same C with the stem going down. We do not have that in Jingle Bells. But when the stem is going down, it will be the same middle C played with our left hand. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But for Jingle Bells, we have this one where we're going to play it with with our right hand. We all know this piece, jingle bells, jingle all the way. At the end of the 3 first quarter notes, jingle bells, we see a squiggly sign. Do you all see that? That's called a quarter rest, where we're going to take a breath. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. So let's go ahead and place our right hand in the position, the C position. We're still in that comfortable C position that you found. We'll play with our right hand first, starting on the 3rd finger. Okay, let's go ahead and start with the 3rd finger. 1, 2, ready, begin. I'm sorry, I should have asked you to.
Yeah.
Ready on E. Breathe. Breathe. G, C, D, E, 2, rest. 2. Very nice job realizing that we should be resting on that spot. Do you have a question?
Yeah, you know
Yes.
on that, do you hold down the key while you're resting or do you let go of the key?
We're going to let go of the
Oh.
key. In the case where we want to hold it, we should see a half note.
Okay.
Right? Let's try that one more time. On E, 1, 2, ready, begin. E, rest. Breathe. G, C, D, E. Yeah, those are all thirds that we noticed. They're not neighboring keys. Let's just go ahead and take a moment to practice that section. You can just go ahead and play it right now. You'll notice that we have bass clef notes for the left hand. I'm sorry about the photocopy. I thought I made it through, but it's just the last note that I cut out. The last note is C on there. Okay? So in the left hand, maybe it's a good thing too because we don't have any finger numbers in this case. So for the left hand, for the second line, could someone please tell me which finger number is on top of F, ready to go?
G.
2.
Oh, 2.
Yes, the second finger on F, right? So we're going to activate, so to speak, get ready to play F. How many times?
5 times.
5 times. Okay? And then we will move down to E. F, 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 E, E, E. Then we go thirds up to G. G, G, back to F. Skip to D and C. So if you're having a difficult time seeing that because of the cutoff, you can go ahead and write the letters in instead.
Okay. After the F, it's
Yes.
G.
D.
D.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and then C for 2 counts. Okay? So let's try it as a class. With second finger on F, we're going to play the F 5 times. Ready? Begin. F, 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 E, 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 all the way to G, 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 F, D, C. So there, we again have a somewhat of a tough measure with all these random skips going on. Go ahead and practice the last line on your own at your own pace. Of the second line, starting on the F. 1, 2, ready, begin. F, 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 E, 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 G, G, and F, D, C. Good. From the beginning, a little bit slower. 1, 2, ready, begin. E, E. I'm sorry, let's go ahead and start. So double check your hand position that it's in C major. C position. Okay, starting with the right hand third finger on E. 1, 2, ready, begin. E, 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 breathe. E, 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 breathe. E, G, C, D, E, 2, rest. 2, now F, 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 E, 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 G, G, F, D, C. Good, good, good. Any questions about this piece? Now you're reading actually in the step, if you notice. As you ascend, you'll notice that we have the notes going up. And as you descend, you'll notice that the notes are going down. One thing that confuses adult students particularly is that when we see the notes going down, our hands are actually going to the left while our eyes are reading to the right. So just keep that conscious that we always want to make sure that we're reading from right to left no matter what the situation is. On the next page, we're going to get a little bit more deeper into identifying seconds and thirds. Okay, so with the letter names A, B, C, D, E, F, G, let's go ahead and identify the letter names where the X's are. I have some pencils. Here's a pen. EJ, do you need a...
I got one.
Okay. So what we want to do is be able to identify
Are we
the
gonna keep
keys.
these, or?
Yeah, you're going to keep them. They're yours to keep. If you pull the piano lid down, it could serve as a table, kind of. Please let me know if you have any questions as you're doing the top portion, number 1 of this exercise. After you're finished, the last thing we're going to do today is Camptown races. And this is where we're going to really apply the note reading technique, starting with the C idea. In Camptown races, take your time on the worksheet. You can just go ahead and look up here whenever you're finished. On Camptown races, unlike what we had in Jingle Bells, you'll notice that we have the middle C represented for the left hand. Okay. Now with that pen or pencil that you have, I would like you to circle all of the middle C's for the left hand in Camptown races. Camptown races is the next page. Yeah, and there's 2 pages of music for that piece as well.
So you're circling all the middle C's?
Yes. So it should look like this. We're just scanning to look for all the middle C's on the ledger line.
Does that mean it's pretty much just all of them that look like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's not like
Or-
placement or anything.
It looks like this in here though.
Ah,
Uh-huh, because they're one note, one count notes. As you're doing that exercise, please notice how we are going to repeat some of these lines, and also notice how some of these lines are similar to each other. This music is also 4 lines long. And if you check out the second line on the top of the second page, and the 4th line, the last line of the music, you'll realize that they are the same thing. So even on the second page, you can see that there are 2 lines that are the same. Okay? The first line starts exactly like what we've just identified, except the ending is just a little bit different. The hand position of this piece is different from what you've been doing so far in class. On the bottom, since now you know that is a middle C, let's go ahead and label that question mark at the very end. It says 1 on blank. That is going to be a C, the middle C, so let's label 1 on C. Okay. I'm just going to give this one to you. For the right hand, where the treble clef is, we're going to label this key as a D. Although it looks like a C, there's no line going through it, so it will be a D. Okay. Now, with your pen or pencil, notice that we have a C, C as a line note during the first 2 notes. They are repeated. So as we actually go through this, let's go ahead and work with our left hand. So go ahead and make sure that your keyboards are ready to go. Left hand, number 1 finger on that middle C. Left hand, number 1 finger on the middle C right underneath your TV screen on the screen. So find the correct C. The number 1 finger will be the thumb. Okay, so it'll look like this on your keyboard, where the number 1 finger is on C. So we're going to have C and C next to each other. Could you please circle all the places in your music where you have C, C that are next to each other? Are you guys finding it okay? Next week when we meet, we're going to go a little bit further into this. Since this is a new position, I think this is a very good place for us to stop. I have one more piece behind there, but we won't do that until next time. Okay? So as a recap of what we did today, I'm just going to go ahead and write it in for you, and maybe on one of the blank sheets you could go ahead and sort for yourself what we've done today. Some of these have something behind them, but some of them should not. We were able to, today, identify finger numbers. And we were taught that the thumb always represents finger number 1. We're going to go from there all the time. Thumb equals 1. Okay. We found C position with right hand and left hand. Being able to play in seconds and play thirds. And to reinforce those, we played the exercises C pentascale up, warm up, excuse me. And to play thirds, we did warm up in thirds. Okay, to continue our recap, we were able to identify groups of white keys as C, D, E underneath the two black keys, right? And then F, G, A, B. We mainly stayed in the C position for two pieces to be able to play Ode to Joy and Jingle Bells. And as of note reading, we identified the note head that was filled in was a 1 count note, and the note head without with the blank in it was a 2 count note, and without the stem, blank note was a 4 count note. That's basically what we worked with today. Is there anything I'm missing? Do you think?
You did good.
Thanks. No additional questions? If you would like to, you can take some time to kind of review the pieces in case you have any questions for me. Those of you who may have access to a piano, that's great, but those of you who do not, you could always just use your imagination, use your lap or a desktop to be able to have that coordination for your hands. So with your headphones on, you can take a moment to practice, and then we can all go home.